This is one thing with the shields, guys. What's wrong with these shields? Let's see, Phil, let's do a little game. What's wrong with these shields? What do you think? First and foremost, exposed planks. So you can actually see the wood, which you're not supposed to, because as far as we know, all remnants, not only of Viking shields, Norse shields, but also shields in other cultures show that shields were always covered. When it comes to that cover, it depends, it can be leather, but usually fabric, it could be linen, and then you paint on top of that, rather than having just the wood and a couple of brushes of paint. And that's not only because it really helps. It helps keeping the planks together, the wooden construction. It's kept together more easily when they are inside something. Because imagine, you hit this thing once or twice, and then it splits, and the planks want to go everywhere. But when it's all put together and kept together with a covering, then they will stay together more easily. That's one thing. Now, this cover can be only in the front, leaving the back exposed, or it can be front and back. Both are attested. At that point, it's your own preference. The next thing is the umbo. The center here is correct because Norse shields are center gripped, so they need a hole in the center so that people can grab it. Usually you grab it this way, and so in order to protect your hand, you have the boss, the shield boss. Now, was it made of iron? Yes, depending on the situation, the availability. The only problem with these is that you can clearly see they are machine made. When umbo and bosses are made by hand, there will be a little variability. They will not look exactly. These are all literally photocopied. Like you can see, these are made by a production chain with machine. And if you have a good, it's not the worst I've seen. I've seen worse. So they're not too bad, but still, also how concave or convex, that will vary. Then they tend to be too thin. Now shields also in video games, they tend to be too thick. In movie props, they tend to be too thin. And in fact, it's a bit of a, because do remember, it's multiple layers of wood. They're not going to be super thick, but these, to me, appear to be a little too thin. And then one most thing is the rim around. Now, there is evidence of a iron rim. So it did exist, but probably due to the fact that it would be more expensive, every single shield with an iron rim is not believable. What would be more likely is that some people would have had an iron rim, but other people would have had a rawhide rim, which most likely would have been more common. It's just that it's perishable, organic, and so we don't have many, but we do have the remnants of rawhide rims. And some of these rawhide rims sometimes would be strengthened at intervals with little metal, I don't remember the term in English right now, but like little attachments of metal. I can show you all of this because I just so happen to have a historically accurate Viking shield just over there. So give me 2 seconds and I'll pick it up. So this is the back of the shield that you can see here. It's pretty big. Also size would vary, by the way. So you can see this is the part where you grip it, and this can be decorated sometimes, as this one is a little handmade, of course, decorated. And you can see I specifically chose to have this one left uncovered in the back because I wanted to show the pattern of the shield. Then, if we turn it around, as you can see, this one was painted. I painted it this way. I had it painted this way because of Valheim, by the way. That was a reference to Valheim. So you can still see the nails that connect the center of the shield. This is a handmade iron umbo. It was made by hand. And then for the rim, instead of going for iron, we actually went with rawhide. But we do have, at interval, these iron reinforcements here, which are pretty cool. And then, as you can see in the back, the shield can be worn, and we have this accurate leather strap. And so that's the shield. Let me show. And here it is. So that's the shield.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
The shield wall we see in this clip and numerous others really do not depict the shield wall as it was used in the Viking Age. The shield wall, the ancient word is skjaldborg, was mainly meant to protect against projectiles, so that the king could observe and issue his orders, and then it would be taken down and continue the fight.
Project against projectiles.
The shield wall was meant to be a defensive structure thrown up temporarily, then taken down again. So having archers behind the shield wall, probably not so likely. Having archers further back from the front of the lines, definitely. That was very much a thing.
So one thing, he didn't comment on the horrible armor that we saw a second ago, so I've got to do that. What on earth is this? What is it?